I put my strongest orc into the online pits to see how well he would do, and boy did he shine. The shapes that he folded these poor Ologs into will be studied by scientists for decades to come. He was killing orcs like he was being paid to do it, which of course he wasn't. And then the unthinkable happened. He died. But can a demon ever truly die? In this video I'm going to be telling you the story of what exactly transpired after Bagabug died in the online pits.
You better hope these Caragors kill you before I do, because I'll be far less gentle.
This footage you're about to see was captured using the Xbox Clip Maker, that's why it might be a little bit glitchy. I arrived back to the desert region just to investigate what was going on. I was doing a bit of a shopping spree at this point and I was seeing what orcs I had in the region, and as I'm backing out, the unthinkable transpired.
Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I scrambled to my PC and quickly hit record on my software. It was on. He'd come back to us. Level 81. He'd only become stronger. He'd learnt from his death. And he blames me for his untimely death. I'm gonna have to cast these doubts aside. I can't feel guilty. I need him back in my army. I'm sorry, Bagabug, this is not personal. I summon in some explodey boys. I didn't actually know I had them. I was hoping I had a bodyguard, but no. The explodey boys are gonna have to do. They run in and they seemingly surround him, which only makes Bagabug even more angry. Finally, those orcs do what they were put in Middle-earth to do and they explode. But they only enrage Bagabug more. I start hitting him with my explosive attack here. There's a drake flying overhead. I am pulling out all the stops to kill him. Luckily, I've got my machine armor equipped, which is just going to work. I can't use executions on him because he is just such a tank. But look at that, he is fireproof, but it seems like the balefire is getting to him. I decide that I need to let Bagabug cool off. This is not the time and the place. I've got bigger fish to fry. For you see, I have been betrayed. Someone has taken over my fortress. A garrison of orcs now owns it. I need to remove them swiftly. But I have no orcs in this region. I only have 2 to call upon, but they're good. They should be enough to get the job done. We've got the Undead Warbringer, a very good orc there, as you can see by his stats. And he will be accompanied by none other than Scoff the Betrayed. And the final member of the team is an undead Bagabug the Stormbringer. A great way to guarantee that these orcs stay loyal is to kill them and make them undead. Ha ha ha. And with this ragtag team of orcs, we were ready to retake the fortress. It was stolen from me in the night, while Bagabug was fighting in the pits. While my attention was elsewhere, these evil, deceptive orcs snuck in and stole my fortress.
We kicked you out of here because you don't belong, man-filth! Now we'll show you where you do belong! Beneath my heel! You've decked out your siege army with impressive gear! Weapons, armor, shields! That's good! We've been meaning to redecorate!
What do you have to say to that, Bagabug? I couldn't have put it better myself. Well spoken, a true battle cry. And here we go, we're charging in. Retake my fortress, my minions, for the greater good.
The greater good. Shut it!
I smash on into the first point. What orcs are here? What orcs have taken my base? Who needs to be killed? It looks like we've got a chunky boy, and I think that's the Defiler beside him. And there we go, look at that. The machine armor is amazing. It just gets to work straight away. Yes, it is Maku, the Defiler. I'm dashing around and oh my god, he's got me. Oh no, is it already over? Is it already? Oh.
It's like a lazy club. Less lying, more dying. Get up!
You're gonna regret the day, Defiler, that you've humiliated Talion. Oh my god, is that Borgu? I shoot the hornets, the chunky has been broken. And look at that, Borgu frog blood. Wow, from the Civil War, he is the mother of all green orcs. And as you can see, the Defiler is bloody running off, and Bagabug the Undead has cut through the chunky. I try to catch up to him to shame him, but he is gone. He is out of here. See you later. And with that, we take the first point. On to the next point, and I'm fighting a very cool looking orc here. A black noble. He could definitely be in season 2 of Civil War. What's he saying?
Not about you boys, but I'm shaking in me boots. I take your head off, buddy.
And when I say he could be in Civil War season 2, I mean if he comes back to life, because I'm about to end his.
Come on, scum. Let's see if you've even got the guts to do me in.
Goodbye, Mr. Black Noble. You are very cool, but you made the fatal error of taking over my fortress while I was just trying to gamble on the pit fights. Goodbye, Mr. Noble. I then hit the area with a massive explosion. Just look at that. My goodness, fire, poison, balefire, everywhere. Oh, hello, Mr. Iron Fist. You're next.
I'm in danger.
With that waste of space Olog taken care of, I took the point. I then met a painless Olog who was left over from the Baga Painless Fort.
Can't feel it. Can't feel it. I can't feel it.
I escape to the next point and I shoot the hornets, and oh, one orc does not like them. I get rejected by this shield bearer, and oh my goodness, Bagabug the Stormbringer. He's leveled up again by 1 level and he's guarding the fortress. I can't believe him. This traitor. His time will come. And by that I mean, I need to get him so he can fight in the pits. Just look at how he kills his own team. Some things never change. I miss you, Bagabug. Anyway, back to the fight here. I'm going at it. There's a lad there who's broken. I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna shame him. Who are you? Oh, the amputator. I'm sure we won't see him again. Winks to camera.
You brought this on yourself. Was it my choice?
Hello, Scourge. Goodbye, Scourge.
Me next. I won't be a pain.
Finally, it's time to confront Bagabug. My goodness, sir. You came back to life and I had to run away. How did you actually get to this fort before I did? I left you in the sand and rode my goddamn drake.
It can't be. How did you get back here before us?
How did we, Kronk?
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
How did you make it here before me, sir? That just doesn't make sense. Ow! Bagabug, stop! Jesus, ow! Oh my god, he got me. Thank God Bagabug does not have no chance. If he did, I would have died 100 more times than I already have. I jump over the psycho's head and I decide to take on easier prey, like this painless Olog and this grunt. Get out of my face. I'm trying to hit a frozen Olog here, can't you see? The execution doesn't work, but arrows directly into his brain stem do. And while I'm fighting him, an old familiar friend pops his head up. My god, look at this dude. I've not seen him for ages. We interrupt this reunion to show an Olog being completely folded in half. I then completely slaughter the flesh lump archer. Goodbye, Shaka. No one will remember your name. And here we go, going to work. The explosive attacks, the poison, causing balefire. And with that, we take the final point. And surprisingly, lots and lots of orcs surrender. Like, look how many brokens there are. I counted at least 6 brokens on my screen. There has been lots of very cool yellow orcs in this fort. There's at least 2. We're gonna shame them down because I wouldn't mind grabbing them for Season 2 of Civil War. The Piss team is strong. The Piss is strong. I then track down, oh my god, look. Look at who it is. How far you've fallen, Baggerbug. On your knees, surrendering to Talion. Surely this is your lowest moment. Get shamed, you coward. You lost me a lot of money in the pits. I cast you out, but I will be back to collect your debt. I then get revenge for Bagga. I find the other yellow orc and I give him a quick shaming. Again, these orcs might be up for grabs in Season 2 of Civil War, so head on over to my Twitch, guys. That's where Civil War Season 2 will all be streamed. That is the only place where you're going to be able to grab your own orc, and with that, I enter the throne room.
You are an affront to Mordor itself. Tearing you apart is both duty and pleasure.
It's too bad both will go unfulfilled.
I can't believe my fort was taken by such a disgusting orc. You know, I do love these kind of orcs usually, but this one is just disgusting. He does not remind me of the pickle. He's gross. He's a rotten pickle. In fact, that is going to be his new nickname from now on. The Rotten Pickle. And my god, he is being made a fool of. The balefire has destroyed him. I'm attacking him on the ground here. He's still on fire. Shooting him in the head of an arrow knocks him down again. Another ground execution. My goodness, it is almost over. I am playing this in real time. And my god, this could be one of the fastest throne room wins of all time. I shame you, Mr. Rotten Pickle. How dare you take my fortress? And with that rotten pickle thrown into the compost heap, I reclaim my fort. And Talion does one of his badass speeches.
We have reclaimed what was rightfully ours! Let Lord of Mordor be warned! Every attack he launches will be met with steel and fury! Every army he sends will be annihilated!
I can think of only one orc who could truly be the overlord in these hard times, and that is the undead Baggerbug. I'm actually curious, this is not something I did in this video, but could I send in the undead Baggerbug into the online pits? Again, I did not do this in this video, but right now when I'm recording this video, I'm thinking, I probably could have done that. As I begin to look for the revived Baggerbug, I spot a disturbance. A vendetta for another Baggerbug from Pro Gamer. I can't pass up this opportunity. I have to do it. I track down the vendetta and I enter this other player's lands.
I think it's time that bait was put to use.
I shoot da meatsa, and Bagga just can't help but show up. He's like, who is shooting my meats?
Whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa!
Hey, somebody's up there shooting my meats. Get him, boys. That's what I imagine Baggerbug says. You know, he can only really articulate woo woo woo, but much like Chewbacca, I can understand him because I am Han Solo.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I jump down to confront him, just as he's climbing up to confront me. It's a bit of a mess if I'm honest, and then oh my god, look at him! Oh, I've never seen such a terrifying sight. Baggerbug jumping down from above, swooping in like Batman. I did not like that. I'm hitting him with so many explosive attacks, he is consumed by the balefire. This only enrages him further, so it's time to summon in the boys. I need the backup, and look how many arrive. With my best mates summoning in, I go to town using the explosive attacks on Baggerbug. It's one of the only things I find that really does, doesn't really do that much damage to him, but it does a little bit. There isn't a single thing in the world that does a crazy amount of damage to him. And my god, he's going for the old shield bash defense, but because my boys are fighting him, he doesn't even try to get me. They distract him. I move on in. I'm going for the kill here. Go on, Bagabug. Surely enough is enough. I hit him with the old explosive on the floor and he just lights up in balefire. Look at that. The fireproof is freaking out. But I don't lay off my attack. I keep going. It's almost time. Look at that. He is now weak enough. But what an absolute tank he is. I wait for him to calm down and there we go. I've swooped in. I've grabbed myself another Bagabug the Stormbringer. Back in my own lift, lad, I'm tracking down the Bagabug the Stormbringer that fought in the pits. The one that's been weakened. The one that I shamed.
That Hura managed to kill a worm out on the dunes. Right, puts it open. Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, whoa!
Since I'm in my own territory, I summon in my bodyguard, and oh my goodness.
I knew it! If I watched your guards, they'd lead me right to you and give me a little playtime besides.
I can't believe it. It is the amputator from earlier, from the fort raid. I shamed his ass and he has decided to get revenge on me by taking my itchy Baga hostage. He now bleeds out on the floor. I need to get him up. Thankfully that lad doesn't like arrows. And here we go. Who is this? Someone else has arrived to help Bagabug. Who is it? Oh, it's the Defiler. My god. The coward Defiler who ran away earlier in the video. He is back. 3v1. I call in my Drake to try and give me some aerial support against these monsters. Bagabug becomes so enraged that he actually hits his own team, leading to me being able to take control of the amputator. And of course, I make him stay to help me fight the other two. Now the turntables have turned indeed. They've turned and they're upside down and it's 3v1. Bagabug is doomed. My Drake hits the Defiler with a massive fireball and he is dazed and out of the battle. My two orcs are just going to work here against Bagabug. He is enraged, but so is the amputator. But the orcs become overzealous and they cut down Bagabug. No! Baga the Itchy was taking revenge, even though he was fighting alongside the orc that took him hostage. He took his anger out on Bagabug. No! You'll never be able to beat your record. Your record stands, Bagabug. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's come to this. Hopefully he will come back to life again. I quickly get Baga the Itchy out of there.
All I need to do is get you once, just once, and this fight will be a whole lot more interesting.
God damn you, Defiler. I personally blame you for Bagabug dying, even though it's sort of my fault and I probably should have told some of the orcs to leave. But anyway, I'm not going to kill you, mate. I'm going to get the amputator to do it. He picks him up and he smashes him into the floor. He's almost dead. One more pickup should do it. Oh! But instead he's retreating like a coward, just like he retreated from the pit fight tournament. And look at this, the amputator's picking him up again and slamming him into the floor before finishing him off with a strike. Goodbye, Defiler. As I slowly do my badass walk away from the fight and my drunken Drake clatters to the ground, I'm wondering to myself, guys, what should we do with the amputator? Let me know in the comments. And while you're there, you might as well subscribe. With Bagabug having tragically passed, I needed an outlet for my rage. So I tracked down one of the yellow orcs that I intended to beat up until he decides to join me. You know, that's how it works, right? I get to work fighting him, and of course, his friend shows up.
Every cut you made on my blood brother, Tark, I'm gonna make on you. And then I'm gonna get creative.
Of course, the two piss orcs in Liflad are blood brothers.
I think I killed your twin brother yesterday. Well, the more the merrier.
But it's already too late, Mr. Spiderhawk. The bitter is mine.
You fight for me.
I will be your chosen.
I was a little bit hesitant to fight the Spiderhawk after. I thought, surely if I'm beating up this lad, his blood brother is gonna come out of my garrison to help him. But no, it didn't happen. I was able to recruit both of them. I was very surprised by this. Look at that, two lovely... Oh, you motherfucker. You're getting shamed. Surely now the blood brother will turn on me. How dare you? Oh, he became a tasty. Oh, that's great. The tasty. One of my favorites. I find another rip in the reality and I'm able to jump again into Pro Gamer's reality to try and find this beautiful Massey the Massive, one of the original Baggage Bandits.
It's so simple. So simple. Yes, it is.
While fighting Massey the Massive, I need to remember, what was it that he was so susceptible for? I remember him being very squishy and being very easy to kill. What was it? Oh my god, it's fire. Yep, and that's balefire. That's like fire on steroids. And I'm back. Let's see what orcs are roaming around the beautiful desert and oh, frack. The overlord that took over my fortress. The rotten pickle.
Bad move, Tark. Now you're exposed. But I still got some fight left in me.
I'm going to enjoy this duel, frack. Wait, he's already broken. My god, you're weak. How did you ever take my fortress, frack? The rotten pickle must be thrown out. Goodbye, rotten pickle. I've got a hit counter left over, so I'm like, why not? Let's raise the dead. Come on, boys. And we get attacked by the Flogger, who I actually shamed in the fort raid, but I cut it out because I just didn't think it was worth showing. And yeah, he's dead. Goodbye, mate.
So much blood, my sweet, pretty blood.
I then spot another vendetta mission and I decide to investigate and oh my god. It's Bagabug the Stormbringer, but this time it's different. He's riding a Caragor, which means he's not deranged. If you go deranged, you can't ride a Caragor. This must be the very, very rare speaking Bagabug. Oh my god, we've hit the jackpot here, lads. Let's hear him.
You better hope these Caragors kill you before I do, because I'll be far less gentle.
I have never had control of the talking Bagabug. My god, if I can get my hands on this lad, it will be fantastic, and I don't mean it in a weird way, even though that sounded weird. Using the same tactic as always, although I'm going to shoot this archer here just to get a little bit of distance here, and also that archer was being very, very annoying. Oh, who's this? Shag the Moaner?
I don't even know who you are.
Alright, Mr. Shag the Moaner, if you want to fight, we can fight. And can I just say, what an amazing name you have. Shag, probably one of the best names in the game, and the Moaner. My goodness gracious, the connotation, the relation between the first name and the last name. It's beautiful. It's amazing.
This weapon can curse whoever I strike. I can't wait to try it out on you.
Wow, Bagabug, I have waited very long for you to speak, and that is the boring dribble that you come out with? At least when Bagga the Alchemist spoke, he spoke beautifully and ow, he's down me. Not today, Bagabug. Shag the Moaner. I choose you. I need your help. Please. Please. Yes, he's gonna help me. Oh, Bagabug is so horrible to attack. This time it's only one orc. It's fine. I'm not gonna make the mistake of having two orcs team up and kill him. It's only one Bagabug. Surely this should be enough. We're gonna be grand. We're gonna take this talking Bagabug. As soon as he's weak enough, I'll jump in there and I'll remove Shag the Moaner. And look at that. He's actually doing very... Oh my goodness. It's the one that died.
Whoa! Whoa!
I was just talking about this Bagabug being killed and he's bloody shown up and in someone else's dimension. My goodness, I don't have time to deal with that. I'm getting this talking Bagabug right now. This is the first time I've ever had this orc.
I am yours.
I immediately summon the talking Bagabug into my fortress and I make him a war chief, but he is not going to be fighting yet. He will be fighting in another video. First, we have to redeem the crazy woo-woo Bagabug. How far can this deranged orc make it in the pits? Can he make it further than last time? And as I'm heading to the pits, I come across this random archer orc who just straight up dies. He had full health. And I kill him with one execution. My god, the Wild. How did you get that name? Wildly Terrible? I don't know what the hell's going on. And anyway, we're going into the pits. It's his first time in the pits. How will he fare against this noble orc?
Not much longer. Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa, whoa! Whoa!
Bagabug hits him with the woo-woos and the fight has commenced and he's immediately enraged. He gets hit by his own Ologs. I can see how that would make him angry and he goes to work. Look at this, the long range attacks. My god, the distance he gets and he's already destroyed. The friendly crumbles. Oh my god, his neck just disappears. His head crumbles into his body and he clatters to the floor. Bagabug goes through to the second round. A streak of 1. And here, it's a DLC character. Ugh.
I always get the boring ones.
Guys, I know that the DLC characters are cool, but please don't have them as your overlords. And thankfully, he gets completely destroyed immediately. Thank you, Bagabug. Another orc's body just morphed and crushed and deformed. The next fight goes about the same. He fell extra fast because his name is Hoglick, and we hit Hoglick.
You've been lucky so far, and that luck is about to end.
Next up we have Crimp the Burglar, and he looks very cool, and he's got decoys. And all the decoys have human swords, very cool. Will that affect Bagabug? Will he care about the decoys? No, he's already killed 2 of them, but he's actually being chokeslammed. My goodness, I almost lost my voice there. I was almost sick watching Bagabug get chokeslammed by a decoy. A decoy, not even the real one. Anyway, he's killed all the decoys and he's charging in, very enraged. I'm enraged sitting here and Bagabug's enraged and it's already over. The burglar is gone. The decoys' bodies lie all around the arena and Bagabug is free. Oh my god! The decoys took out the network!
You're tough! Well, I'm tougher!
You think a network issue can stop Bagabug? Absolutely not. He will kill, even if there's no connection. Whose orc is he killing in question? I have no idea, but the streak continues. Of course, Bagabug has already become enraged. That's just what he does. The other orc is also enraged, but he doesn't really have an answer, even when he attacks. Bagabug just counters it. Or he just counters with his shield. Just look, the shield bash. He hits him. Baga hits him back with the shield. There's just nothing this guy can do. He's a helpless little baby holding a lollipop, and Bagabug is hungry.
Wow, this should be interesting.
Well, hello, Mr. Agonizer. Goodbye, Mr. Agonizer.
I'll make you famous.
Oh, here we go. The architect. Ha ha ha! You fool! His body always crumbles and deforms the best, and oh my god, look at him! Oh my god, he has lost everything. Even his facial features are gone. What have you done, Bagabug? You have taken all the pride from him. His body just crumbled. And look at that, a streak of 7.
On the outside.
I don't know if Bagabug just hated this guy, but he kills him in the most horrible way possible. He gives him the goddamn mountain treatment. Just look at this anger on his face as he explodes another orc's head. My god, Bagabug. But look at that, actually. He's devoid of emotion in the end. He doesn't even care.
I'll provide all the sport you need, and then some.
And look at this, another DLC orc. Funnily enough, I never see this DLC orc. I always see Tors and Tinder, the architect, Golem, but I never see the Enchanted. I wonder why that is. Why do we never see him? Surely Bagabug can destroy this DLC orc. I was sick in my mouth a little bit just saying that. Bagabug gets enraged, and it's safe to say this fight is over. He's gonna want to streak, but he misses the attack. Oh my god! The Enchanted ran in and took off a huge chunk of health, and he's just spamming. He's just spammed the same move 3 times. Bagabug, what are you doing, mate? Oh my god, 4 times. The Enchanted, he's enchanted his weapons, and he's just spammed the same move 4 times. Bagabug is on the ropes. Oh! Oh my god. It's all over. Bagabug, no! No! Not from a DLC orc! Damn you, Enchanted. Damn you. Who will lead us now?